Ladybug and Cat Noir are unable to transform. Go and find your owners right away.
The Kwamis are the central characters in Miraculous Ladybug, yet they are kept elusive and mysterious. The recently released Miraculous World Paris, while exploring this mystery, left fans with even more questions about the magical creatures. The Kwamis can defy the natural order of their world by flying, moving through matter, and having distinct powers that can turn average humans into superheroes or villains. Their extensive range of skills is one of the most compelling elements in the series, but some of the Kwamis' abilities leave the audience stunned because they seem capable of anything. In today's video, we're reviewing some of the most shocking traits held by the Kwamis. Number 1, their immortality. The Kwamis have lived for thousands of years, so long that they predate human history. Although these magical creatures are notorious for intervening with humanity, giving their wielders different powers to shape the world around them, they have also lived long enough to influence other historical moments. According to Master Fu in Style Queen, the Kwamis were not only around for the extinction of the dinosaurs and the sinking of Atlantis, they were also the ones behind each event. Plague in particular receives credit for both. His pure destructive power caused the mass destruction of a species and the loss of an early civilization. There's no telling where else a Kwami influenced the course of history, but there are bound to be hundreds of examples.
Cataclysm!
Number 2, parallel lives. The Kwamis never cease to surprise Miraculous fans, but in Miraculous World Paris, Tiki provides some shocking information to Marinette that they barely scratch the surface of. When alternative and evil versions of Ladybug and Cat Noir named Shadybug and Claw Noir arrive in their world, Tiki explains that many parallel universes exist alongside their own. The Kwamis can exist in each of these universes simultaneously. However, because she wants to keep things simple for Marinette, Tiki doesn't try to explain how that is possible. We can gather from the special that the Kwamis can give their powers to their wielder in every universe, no matter how different. A few examples shown in the special are variants of the main heroes, including Shadybug and Claw Noir, Mr. Bug and Lady Noir, and Scarabella and Kitty Noir.
Parallel universes?
Why didn't you tell me about this?
It's just, I've lived for billions of years in every single one of these universes simultaneously.
Number 3, their unification process. The ability to unify Kwamis isn't anything new, as the first unification between the Miraculous occurs early in Season 3 in the episode Kwami Buster. Marinette creates 3 miraculous unifications, even though using multiple Miraculouses simultaneously can be dangerous. Afterwards, she, Cat Noir, and other characters utilize unification to give themselves an edge during challenging battles. Unification has recently taken a turn in the episode Recreation. Gabriel takes control of the Ladybug and Cat Miraculouses and forces the Kwamis to unify. Tiki and Plague create a larger and more powerful Kwami, Gimme, who can bend reality. Gimme also appears in Miraculous World Paris. However, at that time, Tiki and Plague were prevented from unifying by the Supreme. This introduces a new question into the narrative. How can someone control Kwamis when they don't wield their Miraculous?
Hi, little human. How are things going for you? Say, what year is it, huh?
I want to make a wish.
Number 4, they can destroy their Miraculouses. Since Kwamis manifest from abstract concepts, they aren't creatures who can cease to exist. The next best thing would be to disconnect them from the human plane by destroying their Miraculouses, something they're completely capable of doing. In the episode Deflagration, Plague takes matters into his own hands and cataclysms the Cat Miraculous. He doesn't make the decision lightly, but after Monarch steals the Ladybug and Cat Miraculous, using his power on his ring seems like the only thing Plague can do to prevent his enemy from gaining absolute power. One would think the Miraculouses would have a magical safeguard against something like this, but when Plague destroys his Miraculous, he disappears. Number 5, they can renounce their wielders. Miraculous wielders and guardians can renounce their roles when necessary. In doing so, they relinquish their control over the Miraculouses they care for, as seen in episodes like Miracle Queen, when Master Fu gives the Miracle Box to Ladybug. The wielders also have a more influential role in their team dynamic, as seen in Sandboy, when Gabriel prevents Nuru from speaking or leaving his side. That unbalanced control makes the fact that Kwamis can renounce their wielders interesting. Before, Kwamis appeared to serve their wielders. It's either as supportive teammates or unwilling partners. However, in the episode Transmission, Tiki and Plague take their Miraculouses from their wielders before finding others to take their place. Nuru and Dusu fail to do the same because of their unfavorable environments. Likely, Kwamis only renounce their wielders if agreed upon by all parties.
Then if it means my BFF can be happy, I accept.
Number 6, existence outside human perception. As the existence of Kwamis began thousands of years ago, well before the first human civilizations, it's no surprise that Kwamis weren't always perceptible to the magical creatures. Kwamis manifest due to abstract concepts like joy, time, or intuition. Concepts based on emotion or preconceived constructs are impossible to see, and so are their corresponding Kwamis. According to the comic series Miraculous Adventures, the mage who created the Miraculouses did so to make Kwamis available to human perception. Their Miraculouses allow them to be witnessed by mortals to communicate with them and provide them with superhuman abilities. According to Waze, the Kwamis were glad to help.
We won't have another opportunity to contact Nuru until his next birthday. Go get him!
Number 7. The ability to communicate. As the Kwamis have existed for a long time, it makes sense that they can communicate with one another across long distances. In the episode Sandboy, the Kwamis inside the Chinese Miracle Box want to find Nuru on his 3,500th cycle. According to Tiki, Kwamis can communicate with one another on their birthdays by gathering in the Miracle Box and performing a ritual. Tiki and Plague join the other Kwamis to perform this ritual, where they gather in a circle and sing to make contact. The connection becomes stronger with each Kwami that joins the ritual, and when Waze joins the rest to make the Miracle Box nearly complete, they manage to find Nuru. Unfortunately, Hawkmoth intercepts their message, and they have to stop the ritual prematurely.
His will is so powerful.
We must cut off all communication. Hawkmoth is trying to track us down.
Number 8. The ability to pass through other worlds. After learning that Kwamis live parallel lives to multiple universes, some of their powers extended past the limitations of their world. In Miraculous World Paris, an alternative version of Gabriel, also known as Butterfly, uses the Butterfly Miraculous to create Ubiquity, a hero who forms portals between worlds. Later, the Gabriel from the main series, currently Monarch, counters this power by using the Rooster Miraculous. Its ability, called Sublimation, grants him any power he wants, including moving through other worlds to try to obtain the Ladybug and Cat Miraculouses. Luckily, he's stopped by the heroes so many times that he eventually gives up.
Orico, unify! Sublimation. The power of pretension allows me to choose a super ability.
Number 9. Unified Kwamis can be controlled. Miraculous World Paris delivers another shock in the form of the alternate Tiki and Plague's appearances. The two Kwamis, although don't appear to have bad intentions, have a seal on their faces placed by the Supreme to control them. The seal likely has multiple purposes, including preventing them from speaking and unifying. The alternate Marinette tries to unify Tiki and Plague to receive a wish. However, when she attempts to summon Gimme, the Supreme intercepts her, preventing the Kwami of Reality from appearing and granting the world-altering wish. Interestingly, Gimme doesn't seem to have a Miraculous, and listens to whoever controls the Ladybug and Cat Miraculouses. The Supreme doesn't have those Miraculouses in the special, which means there could be a secondary way to establish control over the Kwamis. Number 10. There are an immeasurable amount of Kwamis. A final detail about the Kwamis that doesn't receive enough attention is their extensive numbers. In Miraculous Adventures, it has been explained that a new Kwami forms when something new appears in the universe. The examples that Master Fu provides include love, beauty, and mathematics. Those are a broad range of concepts, and because of that, there must be billions of Kwamis in the universe. With a few miracle boxes in the series and only one temple sheltering the Order of Guardians, it's unlikely that every Kwami has a Miraculous. Instead, there could be tons of Kwamis in the universe, just not in the realm of human perception. If someone else could learn to make new Miraculouses as the mage did 5,000 years ago, these unseen Kwamis could become introduced to humanity.
Even if we don't tell Master Fu the whole truth, if it means we're able to save Nuru and defeat Hawkmoth, Master Fu won't be able to hold it against you.
Tiki, Plague, and their fellow Kwamis continue surprising us. As the world of Miraculous Ladybug expands, there's no doubt that their abilities, limitations, and secrets will continue influencing the story. The main series has barely explored the existence of higher Kwamis, like Gimme, and there's no telling what they're capable of. With new seasons, specials, and films on the horizon, fans will surely see the full extent of these magical creatures' impressive powers. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications to stay updated on our uploads.
I am Gimme, the Kwami of Reality.